I don't care. You are not the police. You cannot tell a Jew in 2024 where he can go. Why are you telling me to back off? These are thugs who are telling Jews where they can or can't walk. No, we can't. We could do it in the middle over there. This is the state of being Jewish in America. I need police protection to exercise my First Amendment rights. Really brave of you guys.
After October 7th, I bought a one-way ticket to Israel, and I spent 3 weeks digging graves for soldiers killed in Gaza. I spent 3 weeks delivering supplies to army bases. I spent 3 weeks playing guitar and singing for injured civilians. And I did that, yes, because I wanted to get out of Harvard, but also because that's my people. I remember being in a bomb shelter on the night where we allegedly blew up that hospital, which of course we didn't. And I remember seeing the text from my fellow classmates saying that here are the genocidal Zionists who are killing innocent babies. And what really hit me was the saying from the Ethics of Our Fathers, the 2nd century rabbinic text, which is "B'makom she'ein nashim yishtadel להיות איש." When there is a place where there are no people, strive to be a man. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it, but I knew I had to do something. So to me, it was not that I deliberately decided to speak out. It was more of, this is a culmination of the values that I grew up with.
The way that I cope with feelings of distress is through action. And so after October 7th, I just sprang into action.
We are ostracized, mocked, harassed, assaulted, and scapegoated because of our identities. Online, Columbia students suggested labeling local shops that support Israel's right to exist, quote, with a Star of David. Is this 1938 or 2024? We have been attacked with sticks outside of our library. We have been surrounded by angry mobs, and we have been threatened to, quote, keep running. How many more times must it be proven that unreprimanded, violent rhetoric can lead to physical violence? I am mocked as I walk through my campus and mocked on social media. I have a message for anyone who would seek to silence us. We are not Jews with trembling knees. We are proud Jews who carry with us the tradition of resilience in the face of persecution, and we will not be silenced.
This was the first time I made a big, public appearance at UCLA. Let's just say I, by myself, took out an Israel flag and stood. This would have been maybe October 11th, October 12th. Stood by myself until a gentleman named Guy Guinness on the volleyball team came and joined me. And we two stood together, not to piss off the pro-Hamas protesters, but to show other Jewish students that there is no need to be afraid of these people and that we're always going to stand strong.
We're going this way. You guys have closed the entrance. We are UCLA students. I have my ID right here. I'm being blocked off, not by the security guard, but by you two. You three. Oh, look, they're making their burger while I'm going this way. Excuse me. This is what they do. Everybody, look at this. Look at this. I'm a UCLA student. I deserve to go here. We pay tuition. This is our school. And they're not letting me walk in. My class is over there. I want to use that entrance. Why can't I go? Will you let me go in? This could be over in a second. Just let me and my friends go in to class.
We're not engaging in that.
Then you can move. Will you move?
We're not engaging in that.
Okay, we're going. We're going. I'm going in. I have my hands up. I'm not hurting them. I'm not hurting them. That's what they do. That's what they do, everybody. You guys are promoting aggression. You guys are promoting hate. This is a professor here at UCLA University.
Yes, I am, and I'm talking about the truth. It's a genocide.
What's your name?
What's your problem?
You clearly don't know what the definition of a genocide is.
I don't know.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a professor
I don't know what the
at
definition of a
UCLA.
genocide is.
She doesn't know the definition of a genocide.
There is no one way. For example, there's the legal route, lawsuits. It needs to happen. It absolutely needs to happen. Sending emails and letters to school administration, literally bombarding them with emails, needs to happen.
You're doing a great job.
Travis, we need 10 million more like you. Let me tell you something right now. You're going after Harvard, man, that's beautiful. I wish I could help you.
Amen, brother.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Harvard will only change if they are forced to change. And the best proof of that is if they wanted to change, guess what? They would have done it already. They would not have waited for a lawsuit, 2 different congressional investigations, $1 billion in donations withheld, a national reputation that plummets, being on the cold open of Saturday Night Live. So yes, the donations do matter. Harvard will listen to the money. Harvard ultimately, and MIT and Penn and Columbia are included in this as well. They need to make money to survive. And if they don't have that money anymore, if their financial situation is constrained, they will change. So if you donate to those universities, if you're planning on sending your kids there, don't do it. And write publicly, say to them publicly why you're not doing it. Yeah, Jews should go to the Harvards and the Ivy Leagues, but not until they have clearly articulated what they're going to do to keep us safe.
I went to University of Pennsylvania as an undergraduate, was there from 86 to 1990. And after I went, I got a PhD from Stanford, went out into the workforce, started making a good living, and eventually got approached by Penn to become a donor and also to join the Board of Overseers. After a week of being shell-shocked and digesting what was going on, that was when I came out with my statement. I wrote an open letter to the president of Penn, telling her and the community that I was no longer giving any money to Penn. I was going to not fulfill my pledge, the pledge that I had outstanding, which was, I think I had $3.5 million left on a $5 million pledge to the university. I was not going to fulfill it, and I would not give another dollar to the university. But I went further to say that I didn't really want to hear back from them. I didn't want to talk to them. There was really nothing to say. Having heard the public statements that Liz McGill had made, the president of Penn, she made a series of statements, each one kind of worse than the previous one, only because the subsequent ones were supposed to correct the flaws in the previous ones, and each one failed to hit the mark even more so. I realized that this wasn't a situation where they made a mistake or that they regretted their actions. It was really trying to put lipstick on a pig, that they were trying to make their egregious anti-Semitic behaviors acceptable to the Jewish community. And I realized that it wasn't something that they could correct. It was a systemic problem that thank God we were made aware of it.
We're suing Harvard not because we want to, we're suing Harvard because we have to. Harvard has violated its federal obligations under law. They are in gross violation of Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. They have normalized, celebrated, and accepted a culture of anti-Semitism on their campus. We are the first case in American history pertaining to the civil rights violations of Jewish students on a college campus that's actually going to trial. They have either been dismissed outright or settled. We are taking this all the way to a judge. The judge, in his own words, has said that the facts as pled show that Harvard failed its Jewish students. We have our own president under oath on live TV in front of Congress say that you actually could call for the genocide of Jewish people depending on the right context.
At Harvard, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment, yes or no?
It depends on the context.
It does not depend on the context. The answer is yes, and this is why you should resign. These are unacceptable answers across the board.
We will prove those facts. We will prove that the environment for Jews at Harvard has been dangerous and unsafe as a direct result of Harvard's behavior. What we hope to accomplish ranges from the practical tuition reimbursements and a cultural and curriculum overhaul, all the way to the more global, which is the hundreds of millions of dollars that Harvard receives from anti-democratic, anti-Semitic, anti-Western countries should be rescinded. That the tenured faculty who call for intifadas, who bring in their political biases and narratives into the classroom, should be disciplined. That students who block the entrances of libraries and classrooms have no place in any institution of higher learning. And we are incredibly confident in our chances of success because the facts as pled are in fact the facts. And I always joke, when we win, I will sponsor a kiddush for all of the Jewish people. There'll be lots of herring, and I look forward to celebrating with everyone because this is not just a lawsuit against Harvard. It's not just a lawsuit with a plaintiff. This is a lawsuit on behalf of American Jewry.
Thank you for listening to our stories. You've seen the hate spreading like wildfire on campuses across the country. It's hostile, it's isolating, and it's real. But we're not backing down. We're putting our time and energy on the line. But we can't do it alone. Students need more resources and support to stand up against anti-Semitism, and you can help us receive those resources. Right now, there's a crucial election for the World Zionist Congress. My friends, Shabbos, Eli, and I, along with 17 other student activists, are running as part of the Aish Ha'am slate to ensure that critical funding goes where it's needed most, supporting Jewish students. For just $5 and 3 minutes of your time, you can help us access the resources to fight anti-Semitism on our college campuses where it is so sorely needed. Vote now for Aish Ha'am. Take a stand and join us. Thank you.